This week's CAGcast is brought to you by Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/90CAGcast and use code 90CAGcast to get $90 off, including free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 685. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man wearing a ridiculous Hawaiian shirt. Again, Wombat.
It's not only ridiculous, but it's Arby's.
Interesting. It's little like there's a lot of light on one side. It's sort of blinding. Is there like a floodlight on you? You have like a lighting rig?
I think it's just the shiny shirt and the light together.
Is it made out of plastic?
It pretty much might be.
It's made out of Arby's wrappers.
Yeah.
Arby's roast beef? Plastic?
I'm pretty sure this shirt should not be worn near an open flame, but I thought it would be fun. I was wearing like a plain t-shirt all day, and I was like, oh, we're about to do a show. I can't just wear a plain gray t-shirt.
Bring out the Arby's shirt.
Wait a minute. Are you making fun of my plain gray t-shirt?
No, I thought I was just trying to be entertaining.
Oh, okay. I thought you were slighting my plain gray t-shirt.
No, I was literally just trying to make the show better.
Well, try harder next time.
I will.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay. Shipwreck, what kind of shirt are you wearing? It doesn't look entertaining at all.
No, the back of his shirt is actually really cool.
It's a Boba Fett.
He should turn around.
So
we
right,
can also
turn around, Boba Fett. It's not in Japanese or anything, is it?
No, it's a Marvel. It's Marvel comic Boba Fett. It's cool.
It is in Japanese as well. It's both of those.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's Japanese on it?
Yeah, there's Japanese on it. Here,
I knew it. I knew it.
What's it say, Cheapy?
I'm sure it says Boba Fett. No,
Right
it
there.
says, I can't read it.
It says I can't read it. Now we know.
That's a weird thing to say.
I got like a camera
no,
there.
it's
you
like
have to stand up more.
It's a joke. So
Don't
when
do
you
it.
say,
Don't
what
stand
does
up
it
more.
say?
Don't stand up more. I can't. It's too small. I can't read it. It's too small.
Right there.
Yoda's cock is green, is what it says.
Okay, got it.
And large. Surprisingly large. Thick.
Surprisingly large.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Mhm.
It said thick. All right, let's talk
Not
more about
Grogu?
Yoda's penis. You might notice that like for the last couple of weeks, I might have been talking a little weird. I've been biting like my lip while I've been eating. I think basically like every other day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it's just getting bigger and bigger. And at this point, now it looks like raw hamburger. And I don't know what to do anymore. Now I just have to eat on this side of my mouth because...
Why are you doing it?
Yeah, why do you keep biting your lip?
I think what happens is I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking about, like, I'm either talking to somebody and you shouldn't be talking while you're eating, or I'm thinking about talking, or I'm thinking about something and I'm not concentrating on the chewing, and then my lip just goes, and it's just getting like, I put some ice on it today, which is weird, like just to try to put ice on the inside of your mouth, but I don't know what to do, but I have to focus on eating on this side of my mouth for ever. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some tips on what to do about that, but I think I don't have a lot of options.
Okay.
Anyway, so if you see me like going like this and stuff, it's a medical condition called biting your lip a lot every day. It's called biting your lip every day for 3 weeks.
I hope you get better.
I wish I could show you, but it's
I
like
don't want to see.
it's purple. It's like
Lovely. Thank you.
Super rare. Anyway, if you remember last week's show, we had a very controversial discussion. It wasn't really a discussion. It was more like Wombat just like yelling at everybody.
That's called a discussion in my house.
Okay. The rest of us were pretty quiet. But anyway, Wombat got very upset about Orange Theory allowing people to come to the gym and not wear masks, just give their word that they were fully vaccinated. But now I can...
It wasn't the no mask thing.
It was the policy.
You
didn't like the policy. So I'm going to update you on how it went because I've gone twice since our last show. So let me ask you a question.
Died, but you came in close contact.
Uh-oh, I think your internet cable fell out again, Wombat, because your voice just cut out.
Oh, weird. It's
Check
fine on my end.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
No, I'm hardwired in.
Okay, good. That's nice. That's turning me on.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. How many out of 12 people in a class, how many people do you think wore masks?
11.
You were pretty accurate. It was 10.
Okay.
2 people didn't wear masks, and then the other time I went, it was pretty much the same thing, I would say. But I would bet that most people are fully vaccinated.
See, you just cut out there for a second. Are you sure it's me that's the issue?
Yes.
I don't know.
So anyway, it was fine. I wore a mask. I don't want people looking at my face necessarily. I feel like if I can disguise my face while I'm exercising, that's to everybody's benefit, because there's some weird faces being made. In fact, the coach even told me, I think I even mentioned it on the show. Coach once told me, she said, you make some really weird, she's like, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but you make some really weird faces while you're working out. And I was like, yeah, I know. There's a big mirror right there. You can see it, staring at myself. But now nobody can see my faces. So that people think like I'm not that tired. So I may stick with it for a little bit until at least more people stop wearing masks.
Sounds good.
Especially when you're the tall, bald guy. I feel like, I don't know, people are scared of you just inherently.
My internet is having an issue.
Why?
I don't know why, but it seems a little unstable on my side. There was a message that came up that said my internet was unstable.
There's a big, my internet is 840 megabits per second. I just looked. In case you're wondering.
Mine was 650. I just tested it, but now I see Shipwreck fine, but Cheapy keeps freezing.
My latency is 4 milliseconds.
See, I think
thank
this
you.
is cheap. I think there's
Yeah, it's I don't know. Now I lost everybody.
Oh
no, now you're back.
I lost Shipwreck for a second. Now he's back. I see Shipwreck just fine, but it looks like he's doesn't hear me.
I hear you.
This is
just the normal face I get when I'm.
Okay, is it just normal face when you're listening? I just wasn't sure. So Shipwreck and I seem to be fine with each other.
As much as we can be.
Yeah. I mean connection. I don't mean like personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Never that.
Seems to be an issue on your end, Cheapy.
Right. Well, there was a storm tonight.
Yes, there was a storm.
But
because usually when it's a problem on my end, I freeze, not you two, on a Zoom call. That's how I know when everything's screwed up.
Right.
But whatever.
Well, I don't need to look at you particularly.
Yeah.
It'll probably fix itself.
Well, yeah, it'll probably fix itself.
Mm-hmm. Just give it time. So, what can you do?
Anyway, so yeah, nobody freaked out at Orange Theory. That was the update.
Exciting.
So there's a lot of updates, actually. These are all, I'm going in excitement order, actually. The next big update is that Saints Row Remastered finally updated the GPD homie to look more like me. After dozens of people complained, they realized there were hundreds of dollars are being left on the table to not have the GPD homie look like GPD. It worked. They got me to buy the game, and I played about an hour of the Saints Row 3 Remastered, and it's a pretty good remaster, I gotta say, with or without me.
Did you ever think that they were actually going to do that? Like, there was no inclination that was going to happen, right?
I've never, let's just put it this way. I've not had any contact with the Saints Row team since since I came out originally, since the game came out, rather.
How does the game look, by the way?
It looks amazing.
How do you look?
I actually haven't gotten far enough to call me. I can only call me and tell myself that I'm in Japan or that I don't want to miss date night. I don't show up yet. You have to play a couple hours, and I'm only like an hour and a half. But the game looks great, I gotta say. Like, it's very impressive looking. I showed Mrs. Chibi, and she's like, "Wow, this is a good looking game." So I'd recommend it, and it was on sale on Xbox, so I bought it. I think it's probably on sale everywhere. So now's the time.
Nice. I just got the my connection is unstable alert on my computer.
It's probably Zoom. It's probably Zoom is shitting the bed.
Here.
What?
How annoying.
Okay.
Well, here's hoping it passes.
Like that? Oh, yeah. So here's the most exciting update. Are you ready for the most exciting update?
I can't wait for the most exciting update.
They're opening up a table. I don't know who they is, but somebody is opening up a table tennis club in my town and like walking distance from my house. And I just found out by, this whole thing just crashed. Oh no. Hi, everybody. I know you can still hear me. Oh, wait, it's coming back. It's coming back. Maybe. Hold on. Look, it's now. Ooh, this is getting very like avant-garde. Let's see. I don't know. Will they come back? Will they not? Oh, let's see. Here's Wombat.
Yep, you're on mute though.
I'm on mute though.
Cheapy's on mute.
I'm off mute now.
There we go. And I'm not getting a bad connection error. Actually, you look clear as day now.
Oh my God. But where's Shipwreck?
I don't know. I never stopped recording though. So we have that to look forward to. I just kept going.
Yep. That's the way to do it.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. Oh no. I see. It wasn't weirdly though that it wasn't just me, that it was me and Ship. Makes me think this is a Zoom issue, not an us issue.
Yes, we've established that. And maybe they fixed it now, but they had to kick everybody off. And now
I know.
It's going to be the best damn Zoom call in town.
Oh, as I adjust myself in my chair.
And it interrupted my big news.
Starting from the top.
Oh my goodness. You were talking about that they opened a table tennis.
That's the only
place,
important news. I mean, I was literally thinking about opening up a table tennis club nearby because there was none.
And now you don't have to.
And now it's like the best possible thing. I don't have to do anything. I just have to go there. So I'm so happy. I was literally shaking when I drove by this morning. I said, wouldn't that be funny if that place was a table tennis club that's opening up right there? And then I was like, wait a minute, is that a ping pong like paddle logo? Wait, it says fucking table tennis club on it. And then I went home.
Are they going to let you join?
I heard it might be restricted. He just can't tell him he's Jewish.
No Jews. I literally drove home because I was dropping Mrs. Chibi off at the train station. I drove home.
It's called Holy Cross Ping Pong.
I drove home. I ate breakfast. And then I walked back to the table tennis place and just looked in the window. There was nobody there. There was nobody there.
You put your face up to the window.
I did. I've been doing that for months now at empty retail stores, thinking if that could be a table tennis club, like if I could open up a table tennis club there. I've had a lot of greasy forehead. I've left a lot of greasy forehead prints on empty retail spaces. So I did that again. I did that this morning, and I got very sweaty doing it because I was so excited, and it was also hot out. And there was nobody there, so I just, I took some pictures and I went home. And I posted on Facebook and got the community fired up. They're very excited.
They were?
People asked what a table tennis club was, and I answered. It's like, I'm embarrassed to ask, but what is a table tennis club? And I said, well, it's a place where you can take lessons, have tournaments, leagues, or just play ping pong.
So are you going to
table tennis table?
Yeah.
If they do lessons, would you go there as opposed to going into the city?
I would probably go into the city. I like going into the city in general. I don't like driving into the city. So if I could, Ping Pod is opening up a place right by Penn Station, like 2 blocks from Penn Station. So I like going into the city and, seeing the city. It's Manhattan. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand. It is exciting.
Got to get out of the house.
Half my family's going to Manhattan this weekend. I am not part of that half.
Mrs. Chibi was not excited to go to Manhattan today, by the way. It was her first day back in a while. And she's like, it smells like piss. Still smells like piss.
That's how you know it's Manhattan.
She says it smells like piss, but there's less restaurants open. So it's harder to find lunch.
That stinks.
Like piss.
Yes.
Well, those are all my exciting updates. So
did I mention I got a new cushion for my chair?
That's also exciting.
It's a new cushion. I had like a memory foam one that just I don't know I wasn't doing it for me, so I swapped it out with this one that have you been to the beanbag chair store in the mall
in Roosevelt Field?
There's one in
Oh,
Roosevelt
I'm so
Field that
excited to talk about them all. What are we talking about?
we went to the Smith Haven Mall over the
Oh,
weekend.
not Roosevelt Field. We only talk about.
We had to go to Smith. We were in Smithtown, so we went to the Smith Haven Mall.
Fine.
And there's this beanbag store there, but there is one also in Roosevelt Field where it's filled with I want to say like beads, but very fine beads.
Is that the place where you like build your own couch out of like 5
Yes.
smaller couches?
Yes, it's
That place looks
place.
so shitty though. Isn't that
You know
shitty?
what? It's. I wouldn't buy a couch,
But for a chair, it's okay.
but the chair I already own, I would buy the $20 cushion if it makes my butt feel comfortable while sitting.
Wait, you're sitting on one of those chairs right now?
No, I'm sitting in the same regular desk chair.
I'm so confused.
He put something between his butt and the seat, Cheapy.
Thank you.
What does
It's
that have
called
to
a
do with the
cushion.
beanbag store at the mall?
That's
they
where
sold it to him.
They sold me the new cushion.
Oh, you
For
took that
my
off your
chair.
couch. You took that off.
It's
Oh,
like
it's for a different
tiny
chair.
beanbag.
It's for a different
tiny
chair.
beanbag.
You're sitting on a
And-
tiny beanbag now?
So Curry Mango said in the store, it's a Yojibo. It's a Yojibo seat cushion.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's not, it doesn't,
That was the
it works with any
the
chair.
rabbit from Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yes.
Turtles, I believe.
Yes.
I
Yes. The
understand.
rabbit from Teenage Ninja Turtles bought me. They tried to upsell me on everything. I'm like, I just, I'm looking for I go in there. Is there anything they're like, anything you'd want to try? I'm like, actually the desk, because they have a whole section of different, like the desk chair cushions seem interesting. Are you sure you don't want a couch? I'm like,
I
yeah.
would like your smallest beanbag, please.
What is your
Just give me
cheapest
this-
item that you sell, good sir?
Exactly. And it's funny because they make a Star Wars version of my couch cushion. I'm like, no one is ever going to see this. I sit on it. It does not have to have a Rebel Alliance.
Right. It's
Icon
disrespectful,
on it.
actually, to the Rebel Alliance to just be farting on the Rebel Alliance. You should
And
really
it
get
costs-
an Imperial one.
And it costs $5 more. I'm like, no, I don't need that.
Right.
So
You should get my face on there. That way you get some joy out of it.
I should. I could print one out.
It's okay.
Okay. That's it. That's all the news I got.
All
by
right.
the way.
Should we do some show feedback? I put the first one on here, so maybe I'll read this one if you don't
read
mind.
this one.
Okay.
Because
This
I
is from,
want you to answer it because I think you have the answer.
oh, maybe I do. I don't know. Well, I have a comment, but you can tell the answer. This is from Andrew, but he says this question is for Wombat. And you as well. After listening to Wombat boast about his supernatural workouts, I'm questioning his technique. I'm 5'10 and about 160 pounds, in decent shape, go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. He says he tried Supernatural and had serious leg soreness for days and was not loving life. And then he said, however, I noticed Wombat did not mention being sore at all. Is he not actually squatting or maybe cheating or bending over? Or is he sore and just not mentioning it? Anyway, he's saying he's getting his ass kicked by the workout, and he also added wrist weights to it. And it makes a big difference. Wombat, what say you? Because when I was doing those squats, I might have had the height thing not measured properly or configured properly, because I had to go very, very low, and I was not able to get my head in the triangle very often.
Now, if you remember, after the first couple of times I did Supernatural,
Mhm.
I sent you a video clip that my camera took from outside.
Oh, right. You were taking out your trash, and you couldn't, you had a very tough, it took you for
I
like
was
10
picking up
minutes.
dog crap
Dog crap.
and I couldn't
Slow
pick
motion.
up. It took me like 10 minutes to bend down to pick up the shit because
Yes.
my legs hurt so much.
Yes,
So there is actual photographic evidence,
that is
Andrew,
true. I've seen it.
that I was in pain after doing some Supernatural workouts.
Okay, but
Chibi and
now,
Chipwreck saw it. I just didn't post it online. I'm sorry.
has there been
Next time I will.
more soreness since?
No, my legs don't get as sore anymore. I mean, I do it 4 times a week.
Are you
So-
squatting properly though? Are you getting the head?
I probably do some squats better some days than others.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm perfect every time because no, who is? But some days I kind of really go
Andrews.
for it more than others. So,
Okay.
mhm.
Okay. Fair enough. We just needed to follow up with that. But yes,
Yeah.
you have proof, and I have seen it.
Yep, there you go. That's all.
All right.
So did Chipwreck, but he probably doesn't remember.
I saw it.
Okay.
I remember it.
Mhm.
What else?
Uh-huh.
It was.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just gonna read the first part of this.
Whatever you like.
Okay, well, fine. Maybe I'll read the whole thing then. Metal Matt says, regarding the raccoon problem that you have, Cheapy,
Oh my
why
God.
not just shoot one with a gun? Back in the day, we had an issue with the raccoons tearing up the yard, and bam, we killed one with a pistol and never had problems again. And then he goes on to say how much he hates SNL now because it's too political. What a surprise.
Wait a minute. No,
Uh-huh.
but he says he likes the South Park guys, and South Park is political. Every episode.
South Park they're libertarians, and libertarians are assholes. That's why I don't watch South Park anymore.
But it's funny though.
South Park punches down. It's like medium funny.
Okay. Anyway, wait a minute. Is he saying that if I shoot one raccoon, the other raccoons will like, oh my God, this guy is offing our boys. We're not coming back here anymore. That's what you're saying. That's what this guy's saying. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially if you miss.
It's like, hey, that raccoon looks like Alec Baldwin doing a Donald Trump impersonation, and then he gets out the pistol and he starts shooting raccoons.
Also, I have looked in the town regulations about the hours of doing construction on what days and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure you can't discharge firearms in your yard. I don't know what section that's in, but I'm pretty sure that's in there somewhere.
New York, that's liberal New York for you.
I know.
I can't shoot a gun in my own house.
Sheep. We're a bunch of sheep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to use smart technology to get the sprinklers to scare them away. I have not successfully done this yet. Like if this then that is too slow, and then I'm trying to use the Amazon thing, and that doesn't seem to be working. I need more research, and I'm also using the milky spores. But I did notice at Target they sell Target's got the toxic insecticide. You can just you hook your hose up to it, you spray your lawn with it, and it says it's going to kill all the grubs and everything in your lawn. But it sounds like it's pretty toxic. It says you
don't have a dog.
To everything. They mention.
Have you tried calling? I have a mosquito guy who was just here this week. And he does a great job spraying my lawn. It really does get rid of the mosquitoes for about
No, but it's not mosquitoes. It's not mosquitoes. I have that guy. I got that guy.
Okay, ask that guy if he has anything for
Jorge?
grubs. Yes, I guarantee you.
I don't think Jorge knows about grubs, but I'll ask him.
I'm sure
he's been looking at the holes in my lawn forever. He knows about it.
He's not going to do anything unless you say so.
But he's great, though. I feel like he would.
know. That's what I'm saying. Ask him. That's his profession is getting rid of bugs in people's yards. He may have a solution.
No, Jorge doesn't do the bug. Well, his buddy does the spraying with the mosquitoes. Jorge's
ask him.
I never see him. He just comes with the thing and sprays, and then I write him money.
You write him money?
I write him a check.
You take a piece of paper, you write 50 on it with a line.
He's a little dim. Then again, he's spraying my yard with water, so. Anyway, what was this guy's question? I have no solution still. I'm milky spores. I put down more milky spores, and I'm going to try to get the sprinkler thing going. I don't want to kill the bugs. That seems bad. I live near the forest, and there's a stream and shit. It sounded bad reading the back things. Don't get it on your clothes. Don't have contact with skin. It sounded like a bad time.
Don't taunt Happy Fun Ball.
I was surprised that they sold it at Target, quite frankly. It sounded dangerous. Anyway, let's what else we got here? More. There's more,
yes, there's more
show feedback.
Bucknut has to say, great episode, guys. Been listening for 13 years. I was on a 10-hour road trip with my wife and put the podcast on. She is not a gamer at all and has never listened to an episode, but she actually enjoyed it and was laughing throughout, more than I can say than some of the other gaming podcasts I put on.
They don't talk about raccoons at all.
I just want to say you two have been married for 13 years, and in no point in that marriage there was any overlap between this show and your life until last week.
You were never. Say they've been married for 13 years.
You know what? You have a point. Maybe they've been married for a short period of time.
Right.
I just assumed he's been married for a long time. I take it back.
Right. Well, now that they can enjoy the CAGcast together, surely their marriage will last a very long time.
I recommend that you listen in the bedroom if you understand what I mean. And what I mean is listen to it because it helps you fall asleep.
Right.
and I culled some comments from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
This
YouTube.
week.
Those comments are usually all bad, though. I'd recommend not culling from
Oh
YouTube.
yes, this is called YouTube Fun, is what I called it.
Oh,
Fun.
great.
It's fun in
Great.
quotes.
Fun in quotes.
Okay.
The first one is from. First of all, I'll read them together. The first one is from PR, and he says, "Kind of weird listening to a Jew insist on people showing their papers." Followed by JT with his follow-up to this comment: "Wombat is a dirty communist." So
Nice.
YouTube, stay classy.
No, I asked Shanafan to delete one of the comments the other day because it was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Why are
So-
you looking at comments on YouTube? Wombat?
Because the show's there, and we have a thing for comments, so I check the comments wherever the comments may be, and those jumped out at me because I'm like, first of all,
You answered his question by saying that you do it.
yeah,
He asked why do you do it, and you said I do it.
I said I do it for the show.
Thank you for your
It's for the
cooperation.
show.
Thank
It's
you.
for the show,
Speaking,
and
yes,
and
we
it's-
appreciate
it's
that.
Disturbing.
It
but
is
anyway.
disturbing, but people are more jerky on certain forms of social media, I think, and YouTube is in the jerky zone. Anyway, let's talk about something a little more informative and inspiring, perhaps. Let's talk about May being Make NF Visible Month and our raffle that's wrapping up because May is wrapping up as well. We are raising money and awareness for Children's Tumor Foundation. We want you to know about neurofibromatosis, or otherwise known as NF, which is a genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body and can cause deformities and abnormalities and cancer, pain, disfigurement. It affects millions of people worldwide, and you can go to ctf.org for more info. We're holding a raffle. For every $5 that you donate, you get a raffle entry, and you can win a $100 e-gift card to the retailer of your choice. You can just go to tinyurl.com/CTF21, and that will take you right to the raffle. I'm going to put it in the chat right now because I can multitask like a motherfucker. And there's the link there. And we are trying to raise $1,000, and we're just under our goal. And hopefully we're just under $100 from our goal. So if maybe we can make that happen during the show, that would be exciting. And if you donate $50, I will read your message on the show live. No matter what we're doing, I will interrupt the show because $50 is a lot of money and we want your money. So yeah, go to tinyurl.com/CTF21, and that's ending this month. So you want to get in that if you're listening to this in podcast form. You want to get on that right now. Thank you. All right. Where are we? Watch this, boys?
I was saying, should we do that or should we do an ad first?
I think there's not that much Watch This, boys. So maybe we should do that.
Okay. Sounds good.
And it's all you, basically. I don't think
I was
I've
gonna
watched
say.
anything that's, I'm just continuing to watch shows
I only-
like that I've been talking about.
I mean, I watched the season finale of SNL. So for those who hate the SNL talk, there's not going to be any again until October. So it was.
Wait. I have to interrupt you.
Mhm.
Gamer Interface just donated $78.83.
Nice. Does he have a comment?
Hi is his comment.
Nice. So I watched it. It was Anya Taylor-Joy. It was very good. There are rumors that it might be a lot of people's final episode. I'm going to say it's most likely Cecily Strong's last episode. She
It's not
did
your final episode.
not my final episode. She did.
The longest cast member.
Yeah, that would be Kenan Thompson. And yeah, she did a really funny bit on Weekend Update. Actually, Weekend Update all around was one of the strongest, probably the strongest of the year. It was really funny. All of it, and it
Wait,
was
the
a
show
really
was
good,
the strongest of the year, you just said?
actually that episode might have been the strongest of the year. There was some really funny
Oh.
stuff on it.
Okay.
It's worth you guys watching. So
Why?
I don't know because I think it's funny.
That episode, I thought about
Just-
watching it. If
Yeah,
it's
a
good, I'll
cheapie
watch
might
it.
like it. Yeah, it's a
Who
good
was the
episode.
host?
Anya Taylor-Joy. The
don't know who
Queen's
that is.
Gambit.
Who's that?
Queen's Gambit girl.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah.
I like that show.
people seem to have liked it as well. It was a good one. Yeah, watch the Weekend Update if anything. That's on you. It's all on YouTube. You don't have to go very far.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I also watched. I watched all of season 1 of MODOK.
You watched. So, I texted you. I'm like, oh, I just watched the first episode of MODOK, and this was like on Sunday morning.
I witnessed this, by the way.
Yes, it's Sunday morning. Yeah,
Sunday morning, and your message back was, I watched all of it, and I quickly did the math, and that show came out on Friday.
Yes, it did.
And if I gave you the full benefit of the doubt of the 3 days,
yes,
I calculated that you spent 10% of your waking hours watching MODOK.
I mean, that's
when
reasonable.
It came out and when I texted.
Not reasonable that I did it, but reasonable amount of time. Like, it's a reasonable guess, not a reasonable thing to do with your life. You know what the crazy thing is? That's
yes.
in between me having spent 4 hours in a mall,
yes,
going out to dinner one of those nights. Like it was a jam-packed weekend. There was tennis lessons. There was the theater lessons for Sabrina. It was like a whole full weekend. But when Elliot, I told Elliot that if he wanted to watch it, we'd give it a shot. It's a little he's probably a little too young.
I was just gonna say, isn't every joke over his head just from watching the trailer?
It's you know what it is. It's like bloody, but it's also like puppets bloody.
I don't mean the bloody part. Isn't it like Robot Chicken, where the jokes are like very fast?
It's exactly Robot Chicken.
It's made by the Robot Chicken people.
Okay, so it's very fast and
kind of.
But you need to know like a lot of references and stuff, or
you got to know how divorce works.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's not that. It really wasn't that inappropriate for him. I mean, again, if you're a parent, use your own judgment. And I'm not saying it's great for every 10-year-old, but for Elliot, it was fine.
Is it good for me? How about for me?
Do you like Robot Chicken?
Yeah, that's really it.
Would you like one skit of Robot Chicken to last an entire season of TV?
I feel like I have a chance at watching this because Mrs. Cheapy likes Patton Oswalt.
So, I would say the first episode is not the best. It picks up on like the third episode.
10th episode, it really kicks into gear.
But there's 10 episodes. They're 21 minutes each or so. They're not that long.
I'll have to see because I don't know. We're running out of stuff to watch.
I'll watch one more episode. I'll give it one more episode.
There's a heist episode, and that one I thought was probably the strongest. Where
you always think the heist episode is the strongest.
I do. Where he teams up with a bunch of C-list supervillains, which is an homage to an actual comic book. MODOK 7, I think was the comic, which was already a satire of Ocean's 11. So it's like a satire of a satire, but it works.
Yes.
And here's what's interesting about the MODOK show. So there's also a MODOK comic book miniseries that came out this year. It's a 4-issue miniseries. The first 3 issues are on Marvel Unlimited, and those issues were also written by Patton Oswalt, who's also the co-creator of the show as well as the voice of MODOK. And the comic book is significantly better than the show.
Nice.
So, like it's a different tone.
So don't do either. Just
I mean, both. The comic book it's just a different tone. Like it's a little more serious yet still funny. I don't want to say it's darker is what makes it better. It's not like the darkness thing. It's telling a better story and a more cohesive. It's not jokey. It's not trying to be Robot Chicken. It's trying to be a Marvel comic, and it works a lot better.
Right. Shipwreck, have you watched more for All Mankind?
I have. We are well into the first season now. We're on episode 8, I believe.
Okay. I got to watch that, right?
It's good. Okay. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. I'm going to watch it.
It's got the right level. Like the last episode we watched was just like full on depressing. So you're going to be into that one.
How about for Ty? It's not good for Ty.
He might like it.
Right. Okay.
There's nothing too inappropriate there. It might be too slow for Ty. I don't know. I'm not sure how interested he is in drama.
Yeah, probably not very. I think I'm going to watch that without him.
You know what I watched?
Yes, I do, because it's on this list right here.
I know. I watched Those Who Wish Me Dead, starring Angelina Jolie.
I saw
on
that's playing
HBO
in my
Max.
local movie theater and also on HBO Max.
Yeah, you don't have to do either.
I looked up the reviews and it looked like a lot of these HBO Max movies are not too good.
Not too hot.
Like this one,
like
that Shipwreck's
Tom and
holding up.
Jerry. So, yeah. I mean,
You guys have
it's-
noticed that the HBO Max movies are not too hot.
I
huh?
did notice that. I am
You
noticing
you know
it.
what? And I
Just
was
checking.
like, and I'm the idiot who's like, it was, and I watched it on Tuesday night by myself. I'm like, you know what? I had like a lousy day, and I'm like, I just want to watch a dumb movie, and that movie's only an hour and 40 minutes, and I'm like, this is an hour and 40 minutes. I'm gonna just watch this dumb Angelina Jolie movie. It
I
was a
fall
little,
out of Modoc. Like,
yeah,
what am I supposed to do now?
exactly. So I watched it. It's a little depressing for me. Maybe a little too
It's
depressing.
not a
for
dumb
me.
action movie. I just assumed it's a dumb action movie.
I thought it was going to be more dumb action, but it's like it tries hard to be more than a dumb action movie. There's like, if it was a dumb action movie, it probably would have been better. There's a lot of like, for a movie that's supposed to be realistic, there are certain like, why would someone do that? Like the basic premise of the movie, I don't understand why are you going from Florida to Montana? Like why? There are so many like
People have done
closer,
that before.
safer- to get I understand that, but in the context of the film, also, you know, without spoiling too much, one of the most important things in the movie is a piece of paper because of what's written on the piece of paper. And the piece of paper gets wet, not just wet, but consistently wet for about 12 hours. And apparently the piece of paper is still fine after being submerged underwater for 12 hours.
Was it laminated?
I do not believe it was. It was just a folded up piece of paper.
Office Depot's offering free lamination of your vaccination card.
Yeah, see, they should have gone there and it would have been fine. They could have been like, yeah, that was my vaccination card too. Just laminate it for me, please. But no, the whole movie is all about getting their hands on this piece of paper, and someone's underwater for 12 hours with the piece of paper.
Sounds
and the
dumb.
piece of paper-
Declaration of Independence.
I just want to know, like, okay, Shipwreck, you're an engineer. If you had a piece of paper in your pocket with pen writing on it, and you
Yeah.
submerged it for
This is a
12
very
hours,
engineer-based question. I like this.
do you think the piece of paper would like, what would happen when you tried to unfold that piece of paper?
I have the answer how to do it. You shove that thing right up your asshole. That thing's going to be
I mean,
dry
is
as a
that
bone.
what happened?
dry
Do
as
we
a
think-
bone.
Should I
Smelly.
just assume so I could like get on with my life from this movie?
Meanwhile,
that maybe it was shoved up his butt and that's why it was fine.
yes. Beelzebub donated $79. And he says that $1 was bothering me. So I guess he's rounding up the donation total.
Not $66,
We're at-
66 cents.
We're at $1,100. Thank you, Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
13. Thank you, Satan.
Hail Satan.
I forgot I watched the movie on HBO Max. That was good, but it wasn't released in theaters, I don't think. So that's why it's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. It's a documentary called, okay, I forgot what it's called. It's called, I think it's called Lucy the Human Chimp. I wrote down Lucy the Human Gorilla, and I know that's wrong.
No, it's a chimpanzee.
Yeah, it's Lucy the Human Chimp, I think. And it's a documentary about what would happen if a human couple take a chimp from its mother, like a newborn, like 1 or 2 days old, from its mother and raise it in their house like a human. And when I say like a human, I mean it lives in the house. They feed it like fucking coffee and, you know, oatmeal and shit, like regular human food and all that.
Why were they giving an infant coffee?
Well, I think maybe once it got a little older, they went for the coffee. But why were they giving it chimpanzee coffee as
So does
opposed to be?
does the chimp shit on the toilet?
You know, I don't think so. I think it was wearing I don't know about that. They didn't talk about the shitting part, actually, believe it or not.
So
Really?
that's like number
Hold on,
one
because
question.
because what happens is, I mean, I don't want to ruin.
This is like the piece of paper in the water.
No.
already.
This is a documentary. This really happened. So this is not
I
like
understand that, but this is again.
What? So these people seem like jerks. Why did they take
They're-
this chimpanzee?
They were
away from its-
doctors. First of all, they were they're doctors. They're
You
science.
could be a jerk.
You could be a
Right.
jerk and a
Yes,
doc- I mean, most doctors are.
I think they thought, I don't know what they thought. They thought that if they raised this chimp as their daughter, then it would.
That mother
They wouldn't
must-
remember
it
their
better have
daughter
been
that was killed.
dying.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I
Yeah.
What'd you say? What?
two different directions in the jokes.
Yeah. Same joke. Two different ways of telling it.
Anyway,
Basically,
holy shit. Major Gamer Geek just donated $100.
nice.
100 US clams. Thank you, Major. We salute you. So what happens is, I don't want to ruin the movie, but I'll give you a little taste of what happens. I mean, what do you think happens? What do you think happens? They adopt a chimpanzee. Okay, it lives in their house with them. They feed it regular food. It's an infant when they adopt it, like literally
Someone
like 2 days
loses a
old.
face. Does someone lose?
No,
a face?
nobody loses a face.
Does someone lose a testicle?
No. It's not about. I'm asking you, like, what do you think would happen? I mean, just you're a normal person that knows about like what a chimpanzee is generally. What do you think happens if you put it in your house?
It just acts like a person, I guess. I don't know. It's a chimpanzee.
It acts like a chimpanzee in your house.
But it's big,
Yeah.
and it's right. It gets big. It gets big.
exactly.
It gets big, and also it gets horny because.
Yeah.
And so eventually they're like, all right, it can't live in the
Have
house
you not
anymore.
seen Friends?
No, that
This
happened.
is what happened to Marcel.
Oh, it got too horny.
Yeah.
Oh man. But Marcel is tiny. This thing was big. This thing was rearranging the furniture like every minute. Like it would just be like, oh, time to move the couch to the other side of the room. Anyway, they basically try to get the thing back to nature, which is like you took it from nature. It wasn't
Right.
in nature. It was in like a zoo.
In conclusion, the doctors were dicks.
Yeah. They don't. There's no
that
way
was the
to.
documentary was. It was not Lucy the human. It was doctors.
It was
the
what
dicks.
it was basically. What the fuck were you thinking? And they wrote a book
Right.
about it. The doctors wrote a book.
Of course they did.
Yeah,
They're
it was,
making money off of this.
it was bad.
a terrible idea.
It was such a bad idea. And
And-
I don't want to ruin the movie because I reckon it's actually like 80 minutes or so. It's a great length. So I don't want to tell you. I left plenty unsaid so far.
But how come Shipwreck and I both know this is a bad idea, and these doctors didn't?
I know that's what's, and they don't, when you watch this movie, no, that's never like brought up. That's for you to just come up with on your own. They don't spit that
what
out.
kind of hypothesis were they trying to like prove here? It doesn't seem like there's much science involved here at all.
It was weird. And it was like 10
It
years.
sounded like they just wanted a pet chimpanzee.
They lived with Lucy for like 10 years in their house. It's crazy.
Ugh.
Anyway, Lucy the human
Bubbles
chimpanzee.
lived with Michael Jackson for like 15.
Lucy's much bigger though.
I don't know. Bubbles was pretty big.
And Michael Jackson had a lot more space available.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's it. Oh no, there's some news item here for Watch This Boys. Amazon bought MGM Studios for $8.5 billion. For James Bond, most of that James
That's
Bond.
what I'm trying to figure out. Like how many times I see the MGM logo.
It's mostly James Bond, but they don't have creative control over James Bond.
Only the family does, right?
Eon, yeah, the Broccoli's. The Broccoli's maintain creative control.
Yep.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, they can still make a lot of money from it,
Sure.
but they don't get a say in who is James Bond. They won't be able to go direct to streaming with the movies because that's part of the Broccoli's contract is all James Bond movies have to open worldwide
Simultaneously,
theaters.
right?
simultaneously. Yeah.
It's an event. I remember reading, there was a big article about that, right? What was that in? Because
Mhm.
I remember reading that. It was like a huge expose on the James Bond business.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
They're an interesting family. I've read up on Cubby Broccoli and Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson and that whole
Broccoli.
thing. The Broccoli's. Yes. Cubby passed away like 25 years ago, but yes.
So Amazon owns RoboCop now.
Mm-hmm.
They hopefully don't fuck with that too much.
But they're just going to put it on their streaming service and be done with
It
it.
already is. It's been on the streaming service.
They're already done with it then.
Yeah, they were already there. All right, Wombat. I think now's a good time. Speaking of broccoli, Wombat.
There you go.
Hey.
Let's talk about Green Chef.
Hey.
Did you know Green Chef is the first USDA certified organic meal kit company?
I did.
Enjoying clean ingredients you could trust, seasonally sourced for peak freshness. Ingredients come pre-measured, perfectly portioned, and mostly prepped. So you can spend less time stressing and more time enjoying delicious, home-cooked meals. Green Chef makes eating well easy and affordable with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, or just looking to eat healthier. There's a range of recipes to suit any diet or preference. Green Chef is the first ever keto meal kit on the market. It makes sticking to a low-carb lifestyle easy, with recipes averaging only 14 net carbs each. I'm about to cough 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to trigger the link in the chat for Green Fresh, and I typed in for Green Chef, and I typed in Green Fresh, so it didn't work.
We'll get to that. Green Chef's vegan and vegetarian recipes are high in plant proteins and rich in omega-3s. Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit, offsetting 100% of its direct carbon emissions and plastic packaging in every box, so you can feel great about what you're eating and how it got to your table. I had Green Chef this week. I had feta burgers tonight. They were burgers like mixed in with the feta cheese with some roasted potatoes and this aioli, this caper aioli. It was delicious. And I also had the coconut chicken on Monday, which was super tonight. Good. Yeah. Yes. It was good. That was really good. Yep.
Made it and I ate it.
And I also had the pasta with the sausages in it. I had that last night. It was spaghetti in like a sausage and red pepper bolognese style sauce. It was so good. And yes, as Shipwreck mentioned, Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. As I mentioned, I switched between the brands, and now you guys can as well, with discounts that we are happy to offer. Just go to greenchef.com/90CAGcast and use code 90CAGcast to get $90 off, including free shipping. That's greenchef.com/90CAGcast and use code 90CAGcast to get $90 off, including free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
Excellent. How about some new releases, Ship?
Sure. I know that Wombat's been playing one of these. It's the Biomutant.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt you. I did not, with Major Gamer Geek's $100 donation, I did not read his message, which is a big no-no when you're dropping that kind of coin.
Oh, I thought that was his message.
No.
No.
He said, thanks for all the years of great content. Keep on keeping on. Thanks, Major.
All right.
Go ahead, Shipwreck. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I was getting
anything for that. Anything for the donations.
Donos.
Yeah, the donos. Sorry. I didn't know that was the lingo. The Biomutant game, Wombat. You've been playing this. I know very little about this game. I do know that it was made by 20 people because people just keep on posting that this game was made by 20 people.
And I'll be honest,
I don't care how many people make a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like one of my first like.
When you look at the back of the box, it says how many people can play the game. That's important. That you're like, okay, I want that number.
Like, yeah. So Wombat, how many people should have made this game?
How many more people did they need?
So I played about 12 hours of Biomutant. I've read somewhere that this game could take like 75 hours to finish. And I can't imagine playing this game for that long. I mean, it starts off really strong. Like even like the first 3 hours, it has a narrator similar to an Immortals Phoenix Rising, but it's like a British guy. And none of the characters actually speak words. They all speak like gibberish. So you'll be like talking to a character. It's like,
so they need a few more guys.
I'm into this. Yeah.
And the British guy goes, what he said was that you need to go to the giant tree of life. And once you go to the tree of life, that is when you could save all of the tribes and unite them. And
wait a minute, are you that British guy?
I am the British guy who does the narration.
Excellent.
And like I said, it starts off kind of cool. I mean, it has a really nice character creator. I don't know what, if there's really any difference between the actual classes, but I don't seem to be having an issue with the class I chose.
What character did you create? Because There's like a raccoon guy with an eye patch or something, right?
Yeah.
Or some goggles.
No
like,
wombats?
No wombats. It's so you choose your stats, and the way you choose your stats changes your initial appearance of your character. So if you pick a stronger character, you're going to be a stockier guy. If you pick like a faster character, he's going to be leaner. And you can choose like the fur pattern and the fur color. I
but are
tried
you
to make
picking different animals, or
No, it's
you're
all the
just this
same.
one-
It's
you're
this.
this Lombax.
Yeah. You're like a Lombax, yes, like a lemur, raccoon. We decided it looked like a red panda mostly. So that's sort of
Is the combat fun? Like, what are the?
you have a gun and a melee weapon, and you can switch off between the two. Like you pull the right trigger to shoot, you hit the button to do melee. You switch. Nothing needed to switch between the two. You can't zoom in because you pull the left trigger to do your special moves. So you're just shooting with the right trigger, and it just kind of auto aims. The combat's a little clunky at times. The magic or special, I don't know what you're gonna want to call them. Like my guy could spew out slime, and he can freeze the ground underneath him, and it's kind of cool, but it also doesn't do that much damage.
So Sub-Zero and Reptile.
Yeah, and it's not.
I think I asked for a
more.
code for this.
It has a potential, but it's a little slow. I want to say, when you open up the menu screen, there's 4 menu sections, and each one of those menu sections has menus within those menus. And deciphering the gear and what you want to dismantle and what you want to build, it's confusing. It's a little clunky. It took me way too long to figure out how to build a new gun, just because it just wasn't user friendly enough, I guess. And when you level up, you get a skill point to add to your basic stats. You get a dog tag to unlock a new ability, and then you get a magic hat to unlock new magic, and then you get a green thing to unlock the green things. It's just a lot of ideas when they should have maybe streamlined it down to a few ideas executed well.
They needed 10 more guys.
Maybe, and it's very samey in places. Like one of the side quests is to rescue these guys from cages. We've all seen this side quest before. You go into the little village. There's a guy in a cage. You open the cage. You let him out, and they're like, "Thank you." And there's more of us to find. There's 25 of them. I know because the game told me. I opened it up.
That's more than people that made the game.
Exactly. That's funny. I opened it up, and the guy tells me his little story, and I'm like, okay. And then I go over the next one, and that guy tells me the exact same dialogue. And then I go to the third one, and it's the exact same dialogue, and it doesn't really skip.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. I'm like, why are you worried about dialogue? You just skip right past that anyway.
It doesn't really. It's like you could like kind of fast forward through it, but it's a little too. It's too slow for me. Like it should just be skip this whole thing, because it's one of the conversations where you have to choose a light answer or a dark answer. Because I forgot to mention, you could also be a light character or a dark character. It's one of those games.
What'd you go with?
I always go the light character because I'm not a jerk. But I don't know. It's just, again, it's a lot of ideas. It's like, people like this in games. People like this in games. It looks great. I think the character is adorable. I think there's a lot of good ideas here. I just think it's just a lot of too many ideas. When they maybe should have just streamlined it a little bit more. It might have been better.
Battle Royale. These Battle Royale.
No, not like a Battle Royale. I also think in the first cutscene of the game, the opening, before you play the game, your little biomutant man sticks his hand in the goop, and his hand turns into like a reptilian hand. So I'm thinking, when I go out throughout the game, when I acquire these new abilities, I bet my character like physically changes also. Yeah, no, that never happens. Just that one time.
Oh, that's weird. I feel
in
like
the
that was
opening-
part of the game.
Yeah, no, your character never physically changes, and I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, the game's called Biomutant. I feel like you're going to be mutating throughout the game,
Mm-mm.
but you're just not. You're just killing
No,
people.
you get new gear and new shirts and new hats, and those are nice. It has some fun hats. But,
All right,
Mm-hmm.
Biomutant.
Biomutant
Mhm.
sounds great. How about Have anyone? I've been playing Knockout City. Anybody else been checking that out?
I checked. I played a couple of rounds of that.
It's pretty fun. It's 3-on-3 dodgeball, online dodgeball with I don't know. Is it free to play or it's Game Pass, I guess. I think it's on Game Pass. That's how
and
I
it
got
was
it.
free on the PlayStation for a week, and I think now you have to pay for it.
Okay. I'm playing on the Xbox. I've been having fun with it. Like if it's a good in 20-minute bursts to get a couple matches in. It's pretty simple to figure out what's going on. Doesn't seem like there's that many moves going on. I don't know. It's got that nice sound of the rubber ball hitting something that we all love from dodgeball. I don't know. I'm having fun with it. Knockout
Good.
City. What else?
I know I've been playing a little bit of something on PC. It's a game called Mayhem in Single Valley.
Okay.
It's kind of like a cross between a 3/4 view down, like 3/4 down view of like the Zelda type game, but it also has like adventure game type elements to it, like where you're finding stuff in the environment to solve puzzles, that
Okay.
type of stuff. And it's all like modern day based. Like you're a kid and your first mission is you're going off to college. He looks way too young to be going to college, but fair enough. Maybe he got in early. Maybe he's really smart. I don't know. He's going like grabbing stuff from his treehouse and saying goodbye to his mom as he goes to college. It's like, okay.
Not everybody grew up in a house, Shep, like a regular house. Some people got to live in the
He had a
treehouse.
house. He had a house too. I mean, his
Oh.
treehouse was in his backyard.
Oh, okay.
Like-
Got it.
He was going
I
up
thought
to his
they-
treehouse to grab his stuff.
I see. Now I understand.
But like the first mission is like you have to get out of the house, but your drunk dad won't let you leave.
Right.
And so you have to go get like beers from the fridge and lay them out to lead him up to his bedroom so that he falls asleep.
That's making a statement, I feel, the game designer, about his own family.
It could be. But then a squirrel gets mutated
Mm-hmm.
and starts turning your neighbors into zombies,
Mm-hmm.
and he steals your backpack that you need of all your stuff that you're going to college with. That's got all your money in there.
That means something important too. I'm not sure what though.
And then you have to chase down the mutant squirrel without getting bit by the mutant squirrel. So
that's yeah.
that's Mayhem in Single Valley.
It does sound like a lot of mayhem.
It's I'm enjoying it. It's my kind of game.
Good. And Saints Row the Third Remastered is out on PC this week.
That one doesn't have you in it though yet.
That one doesn't have me in it yet, or maybe never. Who knows? Who knows?
I see
Anything
that
else?
there's a game on Switch called Skittles.
Delicious. How's it
Taste the
spelled?
Rainbow.
It's spelled exactly like Skittles.
Oh, it's $6. It's probably not the candy, do you think? Skittles, Nintendo. Let's see. I spelled Nintendo wrong, but it doesn't matter. It is not
And?
the candy. It is a game of skill in which the goal is to score exactly 50 points by knocking down pins
Is it the
numbered 1
pins?
through 12.
It's like Skittle is a game that existed before the candy.
Oh, the candy looks a lot better.
It's like a wooden board game thing.
$9. I'm going to rather buy $9 worth of candy, I feel, than this game.
Mm-hmm. Skittle bowling is a thing.
All right. Not for me.
No, I didn't say. It's for me.
Only VR
It's a
bowling,
thing.
which we'll
It's a
talk about
thing.
later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's exciting stuff.
Metopia came out as well, but I'm also confused exactly at what that is.
I believe it's a game about butchering stuff. Oh no, that's Meatopia. Sorry.
You've got your Arby's shirt on and it's showing.
It's just my Arby's is showing.
That's going to be their next marketing push.
Mhm.
I
That would be a
don't
good
like.
one.
Miitopia seems like it's the same thing as Animal Crossing, kind of, but with Miis instead of cute characters.
I've seen ads.
I've seen ads. Not as many ads as I get for MODOK, but I do see ads for Miitopia. Are you guys just inundated with MODOK ads like I am?
I don't
Like,
get any
it's
ads
just like
anywhere.
constantly everywhere. It's just like MODOK.
Where do you get
MODOK.
ads? Like where? Give me an example of where you see ads. I don't see ads anywhere.
Twitter. I use just the normal Twitter client on my phone.
I don't.
Oh, well now.
No ads. No ads on me. Any other new releases? Because we got to get to the other parts of the show, I feel.
Okay, let's
Anything
get to the
else
other
there?
parts of the. There's a lot of stuff here.
It's too much stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. Good job, everybody, on
All
making
right.
the games.
Too much stuff.
All right.
Let's talk about Wombat's fortnightly news.
Sure. Did you guys sign up for E3 so you could get into the exhibits from home?
No.
I did not either. I don't understand that.
And you need a business card.
Yeah, and
They rolled that back.
Oh, good. Because they
Now you
realized
don't
it
need a
was
business
dumb.
card because they realized it was 2021 and.
And anybody can make a business card. It doesn't prove anything. It's like saying you're vaccinated when you go to Orange Theory.
I also don't have a letter on letterhead that I could submit also saying that I am who I am. So
You can just make one, though.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You just make one. How do you think I make them? I make them on my
Right.
computer.
I know. I'm just saying. I saw
I
the
can
whole
send you the
thing.
file.
I'm like, I don't want to do this right now.
Psst, I have a Google Doc. I can just
Yeah,
put your
exactly.
name in it. That's what I do every year for everybody. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I feel like, what are you getting? Like, they're only gonna show the trailer if you register. Like, you're not gonna.
Supposed to get it like early, right? Like there's
Who
like
cares?
there's like
Oh my
an
God.
online early day for
Oh
press.
God, who gives a shit? And then what? So I have to watch the video on IGN's channel instead of like the official E3 channel? Like, I mean, I don't know. I get what I mean. I don't want to say I feel bad for E3, but like I feel their pain. Like, and I feel they feel like helpless. The pandemic they were in trouble anyway. Like the pandemic obviously did not help things.
Nope,
certainly
and it doesn't help that the E3 starts the same day as Guy Fieri Con also. So
That's probably the biggest problem they're facing at E3.
I think it is. There's going to be
Guy
so
Fieri.
many people that are going to be more interested in Guy Fieri Con than E3.
Yeah. So I saw that I got the email about the E3 registration. I was like, click here to register for E3. I was like, didn't you lose all our information like last year, 2 years ago? And I saw like somebody as part of the registration, I think Patrick Klepek posted like one of the fields that asks you to list every year that you've attended E3 and separated by comma. And he's literally writing out like 15 years, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, what year is this now? This is how we're filling out forms now, just listing years like that. Like, have you guys seen an iPhone? Like, we've got all kinds of like ways to fill out forms
And they
now.
don't have a database. Like you don't have your own like if
Don't you
if
know?
someone like a
They
Patrick
they
Klepek.
lost it, Wombat.
I was
They
gonna
didn't
say-
lose it. They just showed it to everybody.
Someone stole the information doesn't mean the information's not there anymore.
Right. They just copied it.
I mean, if you're gonna keep all this information in a loosely
Right.
secured database, at least use the information.
Right. Shouldn't you be telling me how many years I've been at E3?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know that, then like I shouldn't be the one to have to remember how many years I've been there. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're running the show. You should know that. Like, it just goes to show you, like, they're really not too organized. Oh boy. But there's going to be there's I don't know what's the date on E3. Do you even know?
You
June.
don't have to plan for it at all. So it
Yeah,
doesn't really
who
matter.
cares?
Like it's just going to show up and there's going to be news about video games. And you're going to, thank you for the news about video games. I
I'm more
guess.
excited for the Xbox Bethesda showcase on June 13th.
Isn't that part of E3?
I don't know. I see a link that says Xbox Bethesda. It says E3 showcase coming June 13th, but it's like click here to watch it. So I'm gonna watch it. I don't
Right.
know. It's gonna be on my.
Sure.
That's the way
It's
it
gonna
works.
be on my TV.
It'll be right
and I'm
there.
gonna sit right there on my couch and I'm gonna watch it.
Holy shit. NRV93 just donated $50 to CTF and he says, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Thank you for that.
That's nice.
And for letting me say Baba
They're
Booey.
gonna announce that Starfield is gonna be exclusive to the Xbox, and people are gonna lose their shit.
And Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think people are ready for that. I hope they are.
I hope they're not.
You hope they're not ready? You hope they're violent on Twitter?
Uh-huh.
You hope they're throwing
They
their
will be.
PlayStations out or their Xboxes out the window? What do they throw out the window, actually? I guess they're throwing the Xboxes out the window.
I think they would throw their old
Bethesda.
Yeah, they throw
Their old Bethesda stuff out.
like, take that, Doom guy.
Don't
Right.
give a shit. They already got your money. Now you're just like destroying potentially used games.
Didn't you ever see the clip when people brought their disco records to a baseball stadium and they blew up the records? It's the same concept.
Oh, I've
people
seen
are
that.
idiots are dumb.
There's
They
more recent
buy
examples
things.
than that. Nike
Yeah.
sneakers and
Mhm.
some other things, I'm sure.
Well, the funny thing with the disco record thing is there were stories of people rushing to stores that day to buy disco records just so they could blow them up in the baseball
What
stadium.
assholes. People are such
Mhm.
assholes. All right. How about some more news, Wombat, in your fortnightly news?
Sure. The rumor is that Valve is making a Switch-like portable gaming PC. I don't understand how you can make a portable gaming PC that's also Switch-like, unless it's, I guess, very expensive. Is it going to be a PC quality? What does that mean? Cheapy, help me out here. What does that mean? PC quality games in a handheld that's Switch-like?
Well, I guess there's a few different ways to do it. If it's a streaming, I don't know if it's a streaming play, like where
It
just
says Switch-like. That doesn't mean streaming to me.
I think Switch like is probably just talking about the form factor.
Yes, I agree.
So it's not a gaming PC. It's a streaming device.
Well,
Or-
no, you can probably do both on it. If I would guess, you probably have some sort of base hardware in there that you can run local games on. I mean,
But they're not going to be PC games.
Yeah,
No, they'll be
it could be.
PC games are all over the place, right? Like,
And
so
as
you're not
long
gonna
as the resolution on the screen isn't like super duper high, you don't need to put. I mean, look at your VR set, Wombat. Your Oculus Rift is,
Yeah, but it
PC.
doesn't play everything. Not every game that's available on
this
Steam
doesn't
is
say that
available on the Oculus.
this doesn't say it's playing every PC game ever, Wombat.
Well, it
this
says
is-
portable gaming PC. That to me means it can play PC games, all of them. All of them.
All of them,
That's
but
what
not.
it means. That's what I missed that part of the sentence.
But there's
That's a
PCs you could buy
PC
now. That
It
yeah.
says gaming PC.
Okay.
If I buy an Xbox One S or One X, that means I could play every game that's available for the Xbox One X. If I buy gaming PC, that means I could play all games on PC.
I see your logic there, and it's terrible. But yeah, I see where you're going with it.
So why make okay?
Why make
They're
this?
gonna make this
because they're gonna
thing.
see if they can make some money to lock in some more of like, hey, get your games on Steam because you can play your Steam games on the go.
Right. They've made too much money, Wombat. They have to spend some of it on something. You know,
I-
you're
I
making
just-
billions
this
of
seems like
dollars on
This
other
seems
people's
like
games.
a bad idea. What was that thing they made? Didn't they make a console once where it had
Yeah,
that
they've
weird
made
ass controller with
They've made a
with
couple
the,
different things before that failed. Why
That
would they
looked-
stop?
They don't.
the
It's
one
another
that-
one. Add it to the
that
list.
Yeah, there was that controller. It looked like someone ran over an owl. Wasn't
The Steam
that?
controller.
Steam
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I bought that.
Yeah.
They got my 50, and I bought the Steam Link too.
Oh,
They're both in the garbage can.
okay, so in other words, they're making another piece of shit, and we're talking about it for some reason.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay,
they gotta make
as
something.
long as we're all on the same page.
Gotta talk about something. They gotta make something.
Stuff's getting more powerful, Wombat. You can have these just my
Yeah.
iPhone with my backbone. Like
Well,
I can
can
play
it run
some serious-
Crisis?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna guess I could probably run Crisis of some form on my iPhone if it exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We'll
no,
see.
you're able to play some actual games now. You're just not
Well,
getting.
can
the
I?
top
Will I be able to
resolution.
play Starfield on
On your Steam Pal,
my Steam Pal?
your $300 Steam Pal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe through the cloud. The power of the cloud, Wombat.
Mm.
All right.
Is
Any
that
other?
even coming to Steam?
Wow.
Right. Exactly.
Won't that come
Probably
to?
not.
Doesn't that come to like Bethesda?
That's
Net or
coming to the
something?
Microsoft
Uh,
Surface 2 Duo or whatever it's called. Surface. I saw a screenshot of that. They showed some like new gaming thing on their. I didn't even know there was a Surface 2 Duo. Did you know about that? Microsoft sells like a thing. I don't even know if it's a phone. It's got two screens on it and it opens up like a sidekick, sort of. You didn't even know. You didn't know either. I saw a picture of it. It goes, what is this thing? I never even heard of it.
it doesn't matter. Like I'm not ever like I have iPhones, so I'm
I
never
know.
looking at other phones.
I guess I don't even know if it's a phone. I think it might be a phone. I couldn't even really tell. Anyway, Wombat, any other items you want to touch on in your fortnightly news?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says you're not against the rules, Wombat,
I know. Yes.
for Twitch.
Twitch says that I can stream from a hot tub now.
Sexy hot tub.
Sexy hot tub. So I have been doing. I mean, I guess this is. Should I plug this, GB? My little afternoon streams that I've been doing lately.
You're not doing Twitch right.
I'm not doing Twitch right. GB says.
You got it. You can't stream for 20 minutes.
It's just like, first of all, I don't have that much time.
I know, but that's like the opposite of like what they tell you to do to stream on Twitch. You gotta like.
I know.
You gotta invert it. You gotta invert what you're doing.
I had almost double the amount of viewers today that I did yesterday.
That's good, but
Yeah,
but you gotta grind it out though.
Mm-hmm.
These are all you don't have enough data yet to.
No, for those who are wondering, I've been Twitch streaming from my backyard because I usually drink a cup of coffee around 2:00 every day and take 15 minutes to kind of like reset.
Shoot a few raccoons while you're back there.
Shoot a few raccoons, and I've been sitting in the backyard. It's when usually I let the dog out. So
who let the dog out?
Me.
Oh,
I thought we had.
right.
I just said it. Are you not listening?
Got it. Sorry. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's on Wombat5277 is your Twitch account.
Mm-hmm. It's been fun. I show people the pool. It's not quite a hot tub, but
I can't wait for the sexy hot tub.
I know. Maybe one of these days I'll do it from inside the pool.
You'll get more viewers, guaranteed, because they have a whole new category for hot tubs.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you wear that shirt and you're in the tub. I think it's going to work out well. I think the money's coming in.
We just got brand new pool floats today that came in the mail.
That's
from
money.
Target.
Money in the bank.
One of them is we got the giant sloth raft.
Right. So what you do is when people subscribe, you write their names on the floats. That's what the hot tub streamers do. And then if they subscribe, if they like tier 3, then you write the sub on your arm or your chest, as the case may be. That's how it works. That's how you bring in the cash monies. Then you can have a real pool. This in-ground, the real in-ground shit.
I priced that out. It's very expensive.
I bet. How much was it?
I looked at just like semi in-ground.
What does that mean?
And that means I know. I knew you guys would be like, I don't know what that is. It's
half.
It basically, yeah.
They dig
like
a little hole and they just like.
Yeah, this way they don't have to dig down as far.
Okay.
But you don't have to have a ladder that's like 9 feet
You're just
tall.
getting rid of the ladder. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. It's like 2 feet above ground.
Okay, so how much was that? How much is that?
That was $4,000.
Okay, that's okay. Well, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
I know. That's why I looked at the semi.
Well, what's the real one? Did you look at the real one?
A real one would be like 20,000.
Yeah, a real one's like 20 grand.
I bet you it's more.
It depends on what size you get, but yeah.
I'm thinking if I put a pool in, if I take out this lawn and I put a pool in, then the raccoons got nothing.
True, but you also have a lot of trees and you need to be doing a lot of cleaning.
Don't they have like a cover dome? How about a dome?
They've got robots to do that.
You could build like a lanai style thing back there.
Lanai,
that's the word.
Isn't that the floor?
No, that's linoleum.
Oh, what, the lanai is like the
it's like a
mesh thing.
It'd be like a big mesh thing. That's what my cousin has that in Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look forward to your pool stream. I think it's going to be good.
Thank you. Is that where we are? I forgot where we were.
That's where we're at. All right, let's move on now to everybody's favorite part of the show, Cheapy's Quest Corner, now with Extra Wombat and Shipwreck Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a new game that just came out tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow. We got an early copy of Forever Bowl, which is
that's spelled FOREVR. Forever.
Right, but it's pronounced Forever Bowl, and it's a bowling VR game. It's a social bowling VR game. So you play 4 players online with your buddies. It uses the Oculus Quest avatar system. So while you're bowling, all your friends are dancing around you because they're playing Celebration or some other song. and there's a dance floor. Like it was pretty cool. Like I was pretty impressed with what we saw. I mean, we only played one round.
I played a handful of rounds before,
did you?
We played online together. So it's a really good virtual reality bowling game. If you've played Wii bowling, you understand the basics of this. You pick up the ball, you move the controller back, you go like this, you release the stick to make the ball go. It's essentially the same gameplay as Wii bowling, but you're fully immersed in it. And obviously it's VR. That's what VR is, but it does it really well. It's a really good job it's a really slick bowling game in virtual reality. It's, they have a fun licensed soundtrack. There's different types of alleys. I did the 90s. There's a 90s bowling alley where they played 90s music.
Oh, the music changes in the different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
We did the 70s one where they played the 70s music.
That's the one that we did. And it had it was all black lights and like
that
retro
was the 70s
themes.
disco. That's why there was a disco floor.
That was so awesome. I mean, and so here's the thing, like when you're not bowling, you can move around the whole bowling alley using the left stick, or if you have enough space, you can walk around in, 1-to-1 room scale. But they had a dance floor, so you could just teleport over to the dance floor. You could see your friend bowling when it's his turn, and you're just going like this, and they turn around and they see you dancing. I mean, it's a good social space. That's what I think. That's what makes VR really fun, is having these interesting social spaces with games wrapped around them. And I think this is a good environment for that, because I feel like a round of bowling is a good amount of time to spend in VR talking to your friends. And then you're like, all right, we played a round of bowling for, 3 or 4 people. Talk to you later.
And there's a lot to unlock and lots of different balls to unlock, and you earn points and XP. It's just a really well done bowling game.
Yeah, we'll be playing that.
Virtual reality. Yeah.
We'll be playing that more. And
we'll be playing a lot more of that. My son played some of it. He really enjoyed it too. Sabrina, I'm sure we'll play it at some point as well.
The one thing I will say is that you get a little disoriented, and I don't mean dizzy. I mean, like, you're not sure where you are in your room, because you'll be bowling and you'll set it up so you can do a full on 4-step throw, if you have enough space in your room. But then when you're done and you're watching somebody else bowl, you're looking at a different angle, so you're not in the same spot in your room anymore. You have to constantly keep looking through the camera to see where you are, because when it's your turn to bowl, you could just take the third step right into a wall, and the guardian's not going to be stopping you because you're just moving. You know what I mean? So I think they could figure that out. But Forever Bowl, it's cool. We'll be playing that. Shipwreck, We're not selling you on bowling. Mrs. Chibi asked me today, right before we did the show, how come Shipwreck doesn't buy an Oculus Quest? And actually, at Duran603 writes in and says, is the Quest 2 the first system in CAGcast history owned by Cheapy and Wombat, but not by Shipwreck?
Probably. No, you own some really old stuff, Cheapy, that I didn't own growing up.
But the question is owned by the both of us.
Ah, yes.
Oh, both of you?
Yeah, but not you. Like, we both have to own it.
Yes.
And you not have it. Not just Cheapy.
Yeah.
Not just me.
Yes.
Although I'm pretty sure you had a Sega Master System at some point in your life.
No.
Right over there.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
I thought you meant me. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Does that make you want one more?
Did you have an Action Max? What about an Action Max?
I did not have. I did not, and I do not have an Action Max.
I had an Action Max as a kid. Did you have an Action Max, GB?
I have one in my pants.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a no.
I don't even know what that is.
It was
the thing with the gun, right?
Yeah, it was a light gun game that used, I want to say, almost a VCR setup.
Oh.
And you attached a light to your TV also. So when you hit the target, like a little siren would go off.
It was better.
Terrible.
I had the Telstar Ranger. It was better. You just had a gun and a dot went across the screen. You could shoot the dot. It worked. System worked. No, you didn't need to shine a light or anything. That sounds lame. Speaking of VR, join the CAG Discord and our special VR channel. That's the word I'm looking for. Discord.gg/CAG if you were in there today, you could have got one of those bowling codes that I dropped in there. So
Yeah, we dropped a whole bunch of codes for the bowling game in there. I dropped codes for Demio in there when that came out. Demio. I'm still not sure how to pronounce it. Doesn't matter.
I dropped my pants in there.
We dropped codes in there.
Come on in. CAGcast. Well, no, what is it? Discord.gg/CAG. Come on in. VR
Hang
boys.
out.
VR watch. VR this. I don't know what it's called. The channel. Let's move on. It's getting late. Maybe we're gonna skip your individual segments today and power through the rest of the show.
Okay.
Save those for next time.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's move on to Nintendo because Whipsmart Banky's got a very quick Spank Banky review of Sakura Succubus 2. He says I knew that it sounded familiar because this is the sequel to a game that he already reviewed. He gives this his mild rating because there's no explicit nudity, but there's some sexual situations. He says the story is charming, the art is lovely, but it's all over too soon. The chapter scene's a bit more laid back, and that there's some sexual situations, but no explicit nudity. And you have to play the first one because it picks off right at the end of the first one. So yeah, that's Sakura Succubus. I know, Shipwreck, you've been waiting to hear about that one.
I stopped. I got to catch up on the first one.
I know, yeah.
Before I get into that,
you won't know what's going on.
I don't want to hop in at the wrong time.
Yeah, you got to know. And let's see. Yeah, I think that should be enough show for today. Did we miss anything in the VR segment? Because I know we missed stuff.
I think we had the VR segment covered.
Okay, because I know everybody loves the VR segment, especially Shipwreck.
I think this is the first episode where Shipwreck was looking at Twitter during the show.
Oh my God. Well, next week I'm going to talk about the snowboarding game. Carve is coming out this week, and I'll be able to talk about it next week. But I did play some of it already.
I know. I'm a little angry about it. So.
What do you care? Stop being a baby.
I like things.
You like things too much. You have to mellow out a little bit. It's okay if you don't get everything, or even if you can get them at some point. Yeah, we'll talk about that game next week. I would like to talk about it because I would definitely entertain Shipwreck with my tale of my first time playing. But we'll have to save that for next week. Let's remind everybody, this is your one last chance to get in on our raffle, tinyurl.com/CTF21 in support of the Children's Tumor Foundation. That's ctf.org for more information there. And, we're doing the show Wednesday nights on Twitch, twitch.tv/cheapassgamer. Should follow now so you don't forget, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think we had our most viewers ever this week. Seemed like we had a lot of viewers. Must be that new tag system. I tagged us as American. They added a lot of tags to Twitch, trans and stuff. And you know what?
With American?
By the way, and they added every nationality. No shit. Do you know? I'm not even joking. Do you know what tag they added? That's my dream tag, basically. What do you think?
Bald white guy?
Table tennis. There's a table tennis tag now. Very important. The community has been clamoring for this table tennis rights, and finally it's really coming together for all of us everywhere. We just got another donation or something. Something flashed behind me. Anyway,
can you tag your page as Patriot? Tag.
Oh, Patriot, is that? That's probably not on there. I think there are. I tried a lot of different things. I tried whiteys. I tried Jews. I tried gingers. I didn't try New Yorkers.
Because you should tag our show as Patriots.
And
see if that.
I don't think. No, you can't choose. You can't make your own tag. There's a list of tags to choose from.
I know Patriots. If that's one of them.
Why would you think Patriots would be a tag?
Oh my God! Shipwreck knows.
I know. It's a good place to end the show.
Wait, what do you mean? That's something? That is so.
It's totally a something. Yes, it's a big something.
What?
Yeah.
Patriots, like the football team, or people who love our country.
Yes, people who love our country.
Oh, you know what? I like not knowing things.
Yeah,
I just learned what cis means, CIS, not that long ago.
As a cis white male, it's good for you to know what you are.
I know. I didn't know that's what I was, but I found out.
That's what you are. It's okay.
I like not knowing though, because then if people were talking about me, I didn't even know. Oh, I just bit my lip again. Oh man. All right. let's wrap things. Oh wait, I didn't rate anybody. Fuck. Hold on, Wombat. Pause.
I didn't do anything.
I know.
Pause what you're doing.
No,
Wombat.
not pause. You should
Stop doing the nothing you're doing.
Oh no,
okay?
no. We're gonna raid these guys. We're
I'll
gonna
take
raid.
my hands out of my pockets.
I meant you should distract people from my unpreparedness.
Oh.
We're gonna raid Glow Stick Willie. This is the rock band, and last time we raided them, they were really excited, and they let us request a song, and I requested "Money" by Pink Floyd, and they played it, and it was awesome. And you can control the camera and everything. It's like a very cool setup there. Now, how come it
That's
didn't
Elliot's
work?
favorite song, by the way.
What is?
Money. by
Money?
Pink Floyd. Yeah.
How come this didn't
my
work? I
son's
just
favorite
clicked
song.
it. Glow. Oh, man. Oh, wait, here. Hold on.
Should I? Okay. Well, while Chibi figures that out, just remember that this week's CAGcast was brought to you by
good
Green
idea.
Chef. Go to greenchef.com/90CAGcast and use code 90CAGcast to get $90 off, including free shipping.
All right. I can't figure out the raid. I blew it.
All right. Can I say the words? All right. Bread's done.